Hello, everyone, and thank you guys so much for joining us. This is the Waiting Game, Chapter 35. We took a little break, and now we're back because you said you wanted to hear from us again. So we're going to just do a check-in on this episode and see how everybody is doing. My name is Victoria L., and we got Cherie, we got my girl Tanya, and we got Maggie. So let's discuss, girls, let's do a little check-in and see how everybody is doing during the pandemic, during the break, during us having to go back to work or whatever it may look like. So who wants to start with that? I'm going to call you.
I'll start. I'll start. Okay, so far, during the pandemic, well, y'all know I'm in the education field, so I am back in the classroom, and right now we have about half kids digital, and I have about 5 or 6 kids in person. So just trying to still keep it safe. I think I was going crazy at first, trying to do both and manipulate both. But I've been just trying to get up a little bit earlier, give myself more time to prepare mentally and physically. Usually I'd be like, oh, I can get ready, 30, 45 minutes. No, I need about an hour and a half now. So I'm not feeling rushed and I can take my time. And I think that kind of centers me. I try to walk every day when I get home. So I'm doing good. Still single. Not really going out, but I will say making more time for myself and for my peace of mind. So that's how I'm feeling. I do miss interaction with people my age, not just children. So I do miss that because I really like connecting with people in face and personal, but while I miss it, I do not want to put myself in danger with trying to meet new people. So I just talk and see who I can get to know. And that's where I am.
Sounds good. Okay, who's up next?
Well, I will piggyback off of Tanya. Hi, family. We missed you guys. It was a great experience in the first season, all the feedback, even the transparency and the growth for us as friends and individuals. During this pandemic time, I never stopped working. I feel like, which I'm super grateful for, right? Super blessed. It's even more work, right? Tanya mentioned it takes her an hour and a half to get ready. Like self-care and personal care is pertinent in this time when you're living by yourself in these 4 walls, that mental, you need to go outside, get some sunshine, go for a walk. I might sit up in here and work for 10 hours and then I cook in here and everything. So really, besides going outside and walking, also driving around the city, right? That's been like my Sunday drive, get out and drive around and just get that outside exposure. So the pandemic, I've been fine. Mentally, I'm good. I've learned that self-care is 100. You have to do it. I do miss hanging with my family a lot. And like Tanya said, that social interaction with people. But I've also been okay being alone because all of this Zoom and meetings and working and alumni board, it's just a lot. So I think personal care, even more in this pandemic, I feel like people have been working more, focused more on things. It's always digital connection points. And it's like, we need a break from the digital as well. So it is okay to say no. Like Tanya said, I am still single. I am getting to know people during this time, slowly but surely, because I was not trying to, but now I'm like, let me get out here and put myself in the dating pool. So I am still single, but I am available and looking. So
we're going to put a little dog ear on that.
I just love it.
She just wants the world to know. So, we're going to put a dog ear on. We're just gonna put a little doggy ear on that because I got a couple questions for you, Maggie. All right. Okay, Miss Cherie, let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Go.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so for me, during COVID, to be honest, like I know my girls here have been at home. Me personally, I have been out and about. Okay, I have been legit almost everywhere. Within reason, not saying I'm just out here just carefree and just being like, I'm not gonna get it. It's not for me. No. I still take my precautions. I still
Thank you.
use wisdom and not just be out here just to be out here. Okay. So with that being said, so during this time, it gave me like the availability to be here for others, like because normally I'm the one that's always busy. Like I'm the one that's always everywhere. Like even though I just said I was everywhere, but I was like literally, hey, my friends from church need this, or hey, somebody don't have this and I'm able to, like I don't have my child, it's just me at home and I could just go to the store and it's just me. I can go to the store, get what's needed, take it over there. I come straight home and disinfect myself, okay? To not put it all the way out there. So I've been doing that during this quarantine. I definitely have been blessed to not have to work and still get paid as
Amen.
So that has been great, as well as with church, because I mean, I work at an autism center and at church. Even with church, they were paying me during the time that they were closed down, as well as now since we're open, but with precautions as well, because I know people are going to be like, what? No, precautions as well. It's been great. Now, when it comes down to school, I have journeyed on the homeschool.
Oh.
So that is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
For one, since we are at home so much, we get lazy in a sense, because I don't have to wake up to go somewhere else, or I don't have to wake up to be on Zoom at a specific time. So now it's for me to actually make that schedule and to get up continuously. So it's like I need to put on clothes to act like, to make me feel like, okay, we are in school. This is not like playtime. This is not a game. Like, to still have that thought process of when you're at work, you still have to do that. Like, regardless if it's at home or it's at work, because sometimes when you have those pajamas on, you want to go back and lay in the bed. Your mind is not ready to think right at all. So I'm doing that. That has been a journey. So with that, I still will have to find a stay-at-home job, when all this is over. So that's going on. I mean, yeah, I'm still single, but for me, it is what it is. I'm looking, I'm open, I'm not pressed. So
okay.
Right.
Is.
Okay. Thank you. As you sip your tea. Great. So I guess I will finish this little section and say, how have I been going? I'm gonna be honest. Certain days cool, certain days not. I'm like, what is going on? Like Sister Maggie, I've been working. I'm a 12-month employee, so that means I work every day. I try to refrain and say no Saturdays and Sundays, but you will get that special person who texts you or email you like, please, I need it now. So you gotta, adhere to what they need and do that. I think I went out, let me see. I was, like Maggie said, it just came to me, that's interesting, that I'm gonna start getting in the car and just driving. Maybe I can just sign in on my computer if I'm at, a coffee shop, or just being outside, or maybe I need to do it on the porch or the deck or whatever, just to switch it up, because this can be very, this is a lot. To be, like you said, in those four walls, and it's just you, and you chilling like, hello, I need a little laughter. And I think social media sometimes is not the outlet that you need, because social media is which depends on what day, if it's true or if it's not. And social media equals entertainment. So, you know, it doesn't give you the real interaction with what's going on with people. And I'm, like Tanya said as well, I realize, like, people who know me knows I love being like, hey girl, come over. Hey girl, do this. What y'all doing? You want to do this? You want to do that? And it's been tough because it's been going on, I can't believe, since March. We haven't been able to do that. And I try to adhere to the rules of the experts and say, I'm not trying to get it, because God has kept me this whole time and my family, thank God. We haven't had it. We haven't had COVID-19 that we know of anyway. And I'm grateful, but again, you can't really hug on people, you can't touch them, and it's tough. So even with, of course we can use this time to find something new that you can do. But even then, it's like, okay, I need interaction. So it's just a little tough. But you know, I call my friends, be on the phone all hours of the night to get a little bit of it. But you need, I'm telling you need to be in person. I'm an in-person person. I understand a long time, but I know sometimes, and my mom said this to me the other day, like, make sure your alone time is good, but you just make sure those voices that speak to you in those alone times are positive. They're not taking you, you know, rehearsing negative stuff. Because I am grateful. COVID-19 has been great to me. I hate to say it that way, but it's been gracious. Like, I've had a lot of things been accomplished. And of course, this show has been, you know, came into fruition during COVID-19. So that's a great thing, you know, but each day is a new day. So I just want to look at it that way and not be overwhelmed, because it's easy to be overwhelmed when it's just your thoughts. As far as dating is concerned, with my sisters, I'm still single. I'm okay with it though, but you know, sometimes again, you need the interaction. Which brings me to this next part that I want to, because Maggie brought up a good thing. She said she's putting herself out there. And in the dating pool. So Maggie, what does that look like? What is that? What do you mean?
Well, you know, since this is all about dating and you learned about our experiences last season, I will say I am that person that, you know, sees the potential in someone, but yet I know potential is not what we can stick our stake on. Mm-hmm. I've had the experience of thinking, you know, this person, on paper, everything looks good. We should be good together. I like the idea of the relationship, but in reality, is that really working? So I've really learned to listen to what a man or a guy is telling me, like take it at face value. We as women, I'm gonna call myself out. We say, oh, he don't mean that. You know, he's acting this way. He's saying one thing, but he's acting a completely different way. So actions or not, I'm listening to your words, and what your words are telling me is you don't want it. So now that I've understood that and I've learned that lesson, I think a few times, been around that mountain a few times. So I've decided to go ahead and put myself back out there. And what does that look like? Y'all, I have not gotten on any dating apps in a few years, in a minute, but maybe just recently, like very, very recently, put myself on a dating app.
Yeah.
So I put myself out there to meet other people, but we'll see how this goes this time around, because I have been on dating apps in years past.
Right.
So I was not about that life. I'm like, forget it. I want to meet them out in the streets, doing life, doing church, work, grocery shopping, whatever. But you know what? Being at this house in this pandemic, maybe the best way is through an online dating app. So that is how I have put myself back out there in the dating pool.
Yes. Okay. I'm happy for you, because you know what? How can they find you if you don't put yourself out there? Like, that's just what it boils down to me. Like, okay, yeah, he might be the UPS man. Percentage is extremely low, but it could be him. It could be him. You could be like, oh man, he actually brought this to my house. Oh, hello, my name is, and I am, and you are. It could be that way, but we just, at this point, it's time for you to put yourself out there for what you want. So I'm proud of you, Maggie. I'm very proud of you. Is anyone else putting themselves out there on dating apps? Well,
what are you doing, Victoria?
all right.
What?
Not me.
I don't even want to venture out to dating apps. Like
Okay.
I think because for me, like I don't even like text messages. I don't like messaging on group me. Like you can ask all the groups. Like I don't even go in there and like I rather talk. Like I'd rather just be either face to face video chat or just call me and just talk to me because
But you can do that.
I just be like, I ain't got time.
But you can do that in dating app. They have it now where you can just, go on and they can virtually call you now.
Oh, well, I don't know. Like I've never tried, and I'd be like, y'all know me and people, man.
Right.
Y'all know me and my discernment. I quickly be like,
Yeah, that's not you. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my face would say it, and I know that's not okay. So at least when I'm talking to you, I can still talk to you, and you probably won't even know. But my face might be saying something else. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I might try just to see what would happen, but
And guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna blow up your box. Just so you know, they're gonna blow up your inbox. Just so you know, they're gonna blow up your inbox.
They eager out here too. Men eager too.
I mean, they are, and they want somebody too. And just like a guy told me, they're scary. I mean, they scared too. The rejection is tough for them too. We don't want them scary, but you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta give them a little oomph, like, hello, nice smile. But that's about it though. You gotta come with something else. Like after that, it's your turn, sir. Time for you to respond. I'm not giving you, which I'll just say this. Okay, like Sister Maggie, I ventured back out on the sites.
The dating site.
Yeah, right. Dating, well, let's say site with just, singular. And, I have a love-hate relationship with dating sites. Because I'm like, I tell you what the kind of guy that I want, and you keep sending me people that I did not ask. I told you I didn't want that, but you sent it anyway. So then when you get there, and then the whole like, okay, if we match, are you going to speak? Do I have to speak first? Oh, okay. Well, hello. Like it's the whole silence of dating online is a little annoying. Like, okay, I give you my number and then you call and then all of a sudden you find out, this is another thing. Then you find out the person that you were talking to is something's wrong. Something is wrong. I'm just give you a little story that happened to me last week because I'm gonna give you a little story. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I get on whatever, I'm talking to this guy and I'm like, oh wow, the conversation was bomb.com.
Online.
Communication online.
Right.
That's a different representative anyway.
Yeah.
We're talking online and I'm like, oh my God, this is so bomb. This is so bomb. Next thing you know, I'm like this. He's like, man, I'd like to talk to you again. I said, cool. So then he puts his number, and then my little, I guess, scary self in this way, I was like, okay, here's my number too. So I gave him the number. He replied to me, and then all of a sudden we started talking, and I was just like this. Who is this? It didn't transfer. I was like, was somebody else writing these messages to me? When I heard his voice and I started talking to him, because I'm telling you, there's so many different levels to hear somebody and see how if it wraps up with how they look. Like I'm telling you, it's so many levels. So I said, okay, well, we're gonna forget that and just still talk to him and give him a chance, because a flaw of mine, I will be like, oh, bye. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm trying to be open. So we talking, he's talking, he starts talking, he just became very argumentative. And I said, oh, cut it immediately. I'm telling you, that's one thing I'm learning.
Block.
If it ain't for you, you gotta let it go. Immediately, and that means for me, you got blocked on every level, on the site, on the phone, because we don't need. Because I'm telling you, when I was talking to him, I was just like, I promise you, I was just like, wait, what? You cussing and fussing? And I'm like, you didn't say the other day, I didn't. Who? What? And then Then so he signed up. He was like, okay, so let's go out on this date, right? And he was like, when can I see you? Which another thing that's wonderful. Take initiative. That's what I'm looking for in a man. So he's like, all right, cool. So we're gonna go. He was like, you want to go to, let's just say, the gun range, right? Which I'm like, oh, that's different. That's new. Okay, that's cool. I'm with it. So then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I'm a review person. Okay, I write reviews. I look at reviews. That's what I do. So I say, oh, let me look up for reviews. This joker went out for me. Why are you looking up reviews? Who's so stupid? Like, who would do that? Okay. Time to go.
Oh no.
I'm like, what is going on? I'm asking small questions like this. Like, do you have any siblings? Yeah, I'm the youngest. Okay. All right. What that mean? It's just conversation. And I almost slipped and said, because I said, I'm really just trying to, I'm saying it in a nice way. I'm trying to have how we talked on the site match up with the conversation. And that's not happening. So, I just felt like he's angry. And at this season in my life, we all have our flaws and our issues, but some of them are flags. Once you see a flag, I'm telling you, it will come back up again.
Yeah.
And you gotta go.
Yeah.
You ain't for me. That don't mean you ain't for somebody else. And another thing, guys, this is just from Victoria. Don't bring up your ex, okay? Don't bring up past situations, because you bringing that up on the first one, that means you haven't healed, which
Right.
cool. That's fine if you haven't healed, but guess what? Dating is not for you at this moment. It's not, because you're talking about some 180. Well, first of all, you said 360. She did 360, which, guys, is 180. But that is a pet peeve, girl. Okay, 360. I said 180. No problem, 180. But then you just get mad. Like, she showed. I said, well, sir, let me just tell you this. If she changes like that, that means that's not who she was. She didn't want, and plus, you said that she used to wash my clothes and do all that. Hold on. That's wifely duties.
Hello.
You want her to be the wife, but
In the dating field,
we ain't doing that.
Right.
Just so you know, I just put that out to the world. So that's my little story. But you know what? I'm not gonna give up because he messed it up. You feel me?
Yeah.
If he for you, you just keep it moving. These people aren't, and I told him that. I said, we're not connected. I can cut you off and you can cut me off, and it's fine. You just move on. And I wish you the best. You need some therapy, but I wish you the best. And dude needs some therapy. I pray for him. I'm not gonna put his name out there because we're not gonna do that. But if he knows who he is, he knows who he is. Yeah. So, yep, girl with the block, real quick. Block. So let me ask, okay, one last question. Are you willing to, well, I know what Maggie gonna say, because Maggie, she ready. She doing what she gotta do to put herself out there. So let me ask you this, Maggie. Does that mean that you would hit them up before they hit you up online?
Oh, we know that.
Well, the world might not know, but y'all know. I'm quick to give an eye stare.
Yeah. Yes.
Look, y'all know, I think there's some bone in my body that I just really don't care. Like, you can tell me no, or you can tell me yes. Like, I'm gonna put myself out there. It is what it is. I'm gonna throw it out there. Online dating is a little different because I'm like, if I'm not really liking your profile, I don't know. It's just a little different. And I feel like if possibly you hit the man up first on the internet and they saw you and didn't like you, like if y'all matched or something and they didn't say anything, well, I'm not gonna say anything really. You saw that we matched. So I think online is a little different. I'm like, and then in the back of my mind, I'm like, is this a waste of time? Like, why am I even on here? Like, are these people even for real? So I'm not as gung-ho online. It's really like a bypass, like, oh, let me try and put myself out there, but I'm not all about getting in their inbox first. It is what it is. I will. I'm not saying I won't. I'm just saying it's one of those things. It's like, whatever.
Tanya, I think I know, but would you?
No. No.
Why not?
It just ain't never been in my spirit.
No.
You just gotta, I don't even know.
I
You
mean-
gotta really fully convince me that this is what you want. I think that's really what it is. You gotta try to convince me.
So what if he just is liking all your pictures and putting comments underneath your pictures like, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, da-da-da, you know, da-da-da. And then, but of course, because everyone deals with how they deal with rejection is different.
Mhm.
So is you still want to be like this? Oh, you know, so how about, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Hello.
No. He got to change my
Hello.
perspective, because a compliment is just a compliment, just that. And even if, like, you really got to change my perspective that you are interested.
Mm.
And at this point where I am, you have to show that you're interested, because like a thing like that doesn't show me that you're interested. That just shows me that you like the way I look, or you like my appearance, or you like what I said, or, you know,
But
that doesn't always, I can't take that as, oh, he really likes me, he wants to pursue me. No,
No, not that.
no,
if
Tanya, but doesn't interest go both ways? So I get it completely about that. Doesn't mean he wants to pursue me 100%. You don't
that's
just
a little different.
excited because somebody give you compliments, right? Because they come all day, every day. But
All day.
interest, right? Doesn't it go both ways? Like you have to give a little, they have to give a little.
not in me, not in me saying that I like them. Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't want to be, I want them to show that they're interested in me. And then I might start thinking about them like, okay. So what are you gonna do with this? I might give a like back. I might give a like back, you know, and then I might see where it goes.
Right.
But I'm definitely not gonna speak on it first and try to hold a conversation to get to know them. I would like you to step out there and try to see if you can get to know me, and then I'll run with the ball. But I'm always gonna put the ball in, you know, their court first. I just have never wanted to. I don't think I ever really wanted to speak to somebody first. I mean, maybe like jokingly when I had a little libation or something. I might. I tend to let my guard down a little bit, where I be like,
Yeah.
a little carefree. So, and then I think I might have, but as of right now, even with certain people, blocked real quick.
Block, honey.
You will not get a response. I mean, and it also depends on what you say.
For sure.
If it's too much of a, I'm just gonna throw this out there. If it's too much of a sexual comment,
Block.
Oh yeah,
hello.
block, straight block.
Shut down real quick. Block. If it's just very where I could just see it's just too, you know, like Cherie said, you got some discernment on people. I just be like, okay, where this come from? Is this truly genuine, or you just, you know, some people, are you just feeling lonely?
Right.
Okay. You a little lonely over there. Okay, because clearly you got a little boo thing.
On the side.
Hello. I'll be
on
like,
the side.
and then that's the other thing too. People who, you know, I be like, oh, it's, you know, people be lying online, because I be going through like, what are you representing? What are you representing, honestly? You know, because what you post tells a story about you. I'm really about that. Like if somebody's hitting me up, liking everything, and then I go to you and I'm clicking through some stuff, like a picture can tell 1,000 words. I'd be like, oh, you got a hella girlfriends. Okay, one too many. One too many for me, boo. Okay. Or it could be like, if you just do the post, what are them? What's the ones where it just be words?
What do you mean? Like
That's
emojis.
an inspiration.
Motivation, so many inspirations. You need some therapy, boo. What is going on?
Too much motivation. Or
But
if you go on the website,
they
trying to release
lie in
Trying
the
to release-
streets as well.
Huh?
Tanya. They lie in the streets as well. They just don't lie on.
hello, they lie.
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 I know they be lying, but I'm just talking about right as of right now. You know, when people hit us online, that's our only form of me kind of getting to know you right now.
Yeah.
We can't meet in person, so I have to really see these pictures or what you posted.
And you gotta have the hat on and the hat off. No shit.
Yes.
So that's just my thing.
Hat on and
then-
off. And we need a
yeah.
smile because we need to see.
So
That
we
part.
do investigation. I definitely be looking through people's
Oh, yeah.
stuff and I investigate. Like, what's he really about? You know, what does he really do? Like, you know, what is he really into? You know, you can find people interests like that. Well, I see it as that, even though I think some people, you know, could portray an image that they're really not.
Mhm.
That's why I'm just like, okay, well, what are they trying to portray and really put out there into the world on social media? I mean, as of lately, you know, because I like, you know, you don't show no picture of your kids, but you know, you might tell me you got 2 kids.
You got a gang of them.
So I'm like, okay. You know, what is like just certain things, what does that say about a person? You know, you don't have to put your whole life story on social media, but what are you trying to put out there to represent yourself? Or if you say you have no social media, then I'd be like, oh, okay. You know, because like some people, they just be like, oh, I just like Instagram. And they maybe have like 6 pictures on Instagram. Okay. Because I'm not an Instagram person either, but I think some people have Instagram to be looking at other people. So yeah, that's me too. But
And then if you,
I be on Facebook. I don't really be on Instagram because I just.
but you know what? As I stated before, social media can be convoluted with real and fake.
Yeah,
It just is. It just is. And
you gotta filter through and weed out. But again, like I said, it also is an extension of who you are. I don't care what nobody says. What are you putting out there for yourself or really trying to portray? You know, are you smiling in your pictures all the time? Are you always just motivation? You ain't got not one lick of something up there that you're interested in, whether it be sports, whether it be, you know, your family, whether it be, you know, what really, you don't have no interest up there. You just, all these motivation quotes, like you need a little therapy, I think. I'm sorry. Because I feel like people who are always trying to spew out knowledge on what their perspective is, but you don't get a chance to know them. Like, who are you? Because I always heard you're supposed to lead by example. So you trying to spew out all this knowledge on everybody else. If you're looking for a girl, she should be like this. Or if you really down today, you spewing out all of this knowledge, but yet, how are we supposed to get to know who you are? So, I mean, that's just really how I feel. Is that really who you are? You know, you quick to tell somebody or be somebody's therapist or counselor, and we haven't gotten a chance to get to know who you are. Are you leading by example? What do you represent for yourself? Because I could read a lot of books and be very knowledgeable. I could tell somebody how to live their life. You know, that's easy. I could tell you the right thing to do, but are you truly walking in that light for yourself? That's what I want to see. I don't want to just see all these quotes and sayings online. Like, what? That might be good for the day, but who are you? So,
clearly, that is not the man for you.
Right, girl. Right.
That is not for you.
Tanya is letting you know.
Maybe that's why it's on my spirit. I've been saying that a lot lately. And I just been like, what is going on? People are being, you know, that could go back to, in my mind, I think somebody doesn't want the world to really know who they are.
Well, because they might not be ready. I think, you know, and they might have, Tanya, yes, girl, you speaking what you feel. Yes. But you know what? You know what else is another pet peeve to tag onto that? Is if I go on your page, you have nothing. Nothing. You don't have no quote. You don't have no, forget the quotes. You don't have nothing. You don't say what you're interested in. It just has your picture. What? Hello. What is it? What else do you need? What else do you have? And even more than that, when I put my pictures up there, which this is a whole nother topic, I put my pictures up there, like the whole catfish thing. I put my pictures up there and you steady asking me for a picture.
What?
I gave you, it's go to the, how about this? I'm gonna start sending you
Go to
pictures.
the website and screenshot.
Now I get you want a current one, because you know sometimes you have beautiful pictures in certain seasons or whatever. You like your hair in certain. I change my hair all the time, so I get it.
We all know.
Y'all
We do.
right.
But I need you to read, because if you read, then I promise you, like Tanya said, it's a representation of who I am. I promise you, I ain't gonna make up nothing. Once you get to know me, you'll have something like, you'll have a little bit of framework to say, oh, she like this. Oh,
Right.
and then you take the conversation further.
Yeah.
So, Tanya,
Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Even with your approach to me, just be yourself, because like I said, where I'm at right now, I am I'm all about self-care and wanting to know myself too. And so if I truly know who I am, you can't come in and try to change my thinking. And so I'm trying to piece together, do you really know who you are and what you like and what you're interested in? Or are you just going with the motions of, let me say this to her, let me, and I don't want to be anybody going with the motions. I want to make sure that it's a good connection, organic, going with the flow. Like, I'm not immediately trying to be your girlfriend. I'm not immediately trying to jump the broom, but I really, truly want it to be organic in the sense of, okay, do you like what you see? Okay, yeah. Let's let it be organic and really see if we have some common interests, if that be the case. Or do I just like to say hi and bye to you, like, and just look at you? That might be some people too. Like, okay, I like what you do. Okay. It might just be a networking thing. I might just need you to network. Oh, what do you do for business? Okay, boom. You never know. You never know why people come into your life and what season they're in, or what season, why you two came together. But it could be an opportunity to learn in every situation. So that's just what I see it as. It's just throwing a compliment out there definitely, in my mind, does not mean, you trying to get at me. You got to do a little bit more. So.
Well, it could be also that they haven't paid to send a message, because if you ain't paid,
you can't send a message.
You can just look at the message. Because you can't even look at the message. You can't even see the person. They might say such and such is interested in you. You go there and it's blurry because you can't see them because you can't pay. So it could be that. It could be that. I mean, I'm just trying to give different, angles.
No, but still at the same time, there's still to her point. Well,
right. Wait, let me ask you this. So, can you see they little profile or like their little blur?
Okay. It'll say, I'm just gonna put it out there. So it'll say that such and such is interested in you, right? You'll click on there, straight blur, so you can't see it. So that means they're not giving you access to look at their thing. You can't even look at their page. You can't look at what they look like. You can't. Well, it depends, because sometimes it will show their face, but you can't really dive into it to see like different things on what you want to see. That's really what it boils down to. So they're trying to entice you to get on the site. That's really.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. What were you saying, Cherie? Yes.
No, I mean, like, if you're going to be on a site, then in my mind, if you're there looking and searching, then you'll pay. But you know what I'm saying? Like Tanya said, just because you like my page, I mean.
No, I don't really say that.
But I mean, hi.
Right.
I know. Conversation, maybe.
If you want to spark up a conversation, then you ask questions. You actually be intentional about you actually want to get to know me. If that's not the case.
Yeah. You're right. I mean.
So if you're on the site and you have to pay, then hey. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're there to be there for a purpose, then you would pay for that site. If not, then get off. Or if you want to use it for like, hey, you know, maybe I can, you know, spark up something. I really don't want to pay. I'm gonna give this scenario. Maybe you don't want to pay. Maybe you're just like, you know what, let me just see how I can get to know this person without paying. Maybe if I like this and I can figure out a way to get her email, whatever, and then contact over there. That, to me, that's doing a lot. If you own the site, then just pay for the site.
Just pay. You pay.
So you can actually have those conversations. If not, just go back to regular. Go to the store, go to the, how folks say, go to the church. Go to the, right.
Instagram.
Like, it's like living
That's
in
Instagram.
Like, it's like
Facebook is free dating.
Find the person and send them instant messages. Like, you don't want to pay. It's ways around it. But if you're not taking that initial step,
right.
You right. But see, there's other free. This is the thing, and maybe I live in La La Land, or I'm just hopeless romantic. But like, to me, if you like somebody and you're going to search for that person. So if you like them, you know, you would say, tag, I wonder if they on any other site, because more than likely they could be. So you would go look at them on another site and see and try to find them, because I'm telling you, Facebook, child, everybody got dating now. I'm waiting on daggone Twitter to have dating. I'm telling you, everybody has dating now. Instagram have dating. Facebook has dating, and I'm like, what? Okay. But you know, I think it's just being very intentional. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you a little trick that I saw on one of the sites that I'm currently on. The guy in his profile, reading is fundamental. He put his number, but he spelled it out. So he said 5 FIVE space 3 THR. He found a way. So if you don't want to pay, and I was like, is how you say you a PhD? You got a PhD?
I was wondering, so they won't let you put phone numbers in there. I was wondering
you have to do it. I'm probably telling whatever, but you have to put it in a way that's very like, okay, 5, and then maybe you might put you have to be very creative in putting your number if you really don't want to pay.
See, that's the thing. It's being intentional. Like that is great.
Like you said, no, that's shade.
No,
that's on the female. That's on the female to get that number and call, and we haven't even spoken. So I'm a random female calling you. No, ma'am.
Right.
That sounds cool.
And the guy, good looking guy, he was like a PhD. He got a PhD and all something.
Girl, that's a lie.
Right.
I'm kidding.
No, Maggie be quick to say.
Right. No, don't try to say that.
Use a lie, Craig. Use a lie.
Yeah.
Maggie be quick to say somebody lying, or they got a whole new family on the side, or they got a whole new, you know, they married over here. I'm like, what? But no, to be honest, there are certain indicators that'll show you hiding. You're hiding. You have something going on the side. So, anybody else got some last statements as we wrap this up about dating online?
That's good. Right.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. My last comment is gonna be like, since we all live in the Atlanta area, I feel like online is almost like living in Atlanta. It's a playground. And only if you're intentional and weeding through all of the riffraff and foolishness, maybe you'll find a pearl, or maybe you'll find somebody that is really serious. But it's a lot of people on there just trying to play and just trying to get what they can see. And so, you know, I think that's a good comparison. Atlanta, I feel like, is a big playground as well.
It is.
So you got to live and learn and go through the riffraff to find that one. But I know he's out there, and he knows that I'm out there, and he knows that we're out there. So it's going to come. No pressure, no stress, no worries.
None of that. So that's excellent you say that, because it's true. I don't care how many women to men in Atlanta, you hear me? I don't care how many, the numbers, the data, that don't matter to me. Because, you know, if it's a desire that I have and I'm putting myself out there, then the way I believe is going to happen.
Amen.
It just is. I mean, it might not have happened at the timeline I had it, but, you know, obviously I was being protected from something, which is why I didn't get it. So it's okay. Maggie, that was excellent. Other sisters, Cherie and Tanya, any last comments?
I'll be safe and sane.
Okay, so I have a last question and we'll answer it on the next show. How important is physical attraction to you with where you're currently trying to be involved with somebody in this dating life? Okay. All right. So we're gonna answer that next time. Okay. Also, this new season is exciting. We're gonna have some guests on here. We're gonna have some couples who are married, and they're gonna tell us their stories. We're gonna have some therapists who have been there, done that, can check off the names and tell us how we can be ready for those things. Because the one thing about dating, you have to be ready. Because if you're not ready, you're gonna mess it up. It's just the truth. Because you're not gonna see, you know what I mean? You're gonna overlook somebody who actually was for you. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna be talking about dating and finances. Yes, credit scores and all of that. Dating and people not being where you are, like you have a degree and they don't. All of that. So that's what we're going to talk about next time. We're going to have men, of course. Okay, men, you are welcomed, and we do admire your conversation. So don't worry, y'all are coming. But yes, we thank you so much. This has been really great. I've just missed talking to my sisters like this. It's been amazing. I'm getting to know something about people every day. I've known you guys for 20 plus years, but you still getting to know each other. Believe it. So then if we're still trying to get to know each other, you can't imagine no man coming in like trying to know us immediately. We've known each other for 20-some years and we still don't know everything about each other. So be open, guys. If you want to go back on the dating site, look online for the ones that are trusted. Okay.
Yes.
Not every site is trusted.
No.
They're not. It depends on where you are, though. Let's say you just want to hook up, which that ain't me, because that's not what I want. So I'm not looking at those sites.
Right.
I'm looking at those sites. They have conversation, like Tanya said. Yes, we want conversation. But all four of us are ready. We're single, and we're waiting, and we're excited, but we're great with where we are because why? You have to love yourself before you can be loving anybody else. So we love you guys. We thank you. Of course, like we always say, follow us on Facebook, The Waiting Game, Chapter 35. Follow us on Instagram, The Waiting Game, Chapter 35. Follow us on Twitter. We're everywhere. So be ready. The show premieres this Friday, and we're going to keep giving it to you. We're going to have live sessions as well, so we can get people talking with us. We'll let you in the room. If you talk crazy, we'll get you kicked out the room. I'm just being honest. We believe in the block. So we're not going to have that. We want everybody to be respectful of everybody's opinion. So we love you, and we will talk to you next time. Bye, guys. Have a great, be safe, sane, all of that. Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye.